Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's me, ScottDog. Thank you very much for joining us. As you can see, we're back. We are playing some more Outer Worlds. We're on the Murder on Eridanos. I went back to the Nut Hut. They didn't have any audio tools, so I wonder if I broke something there. You know what? I bet I was meant to speak to the woman. I didn't. I just asked her what she had for sale. Let's just run back again. Sorry, I'm an idiot. I kind of just ran and looked at what she had for sale, but I suspect she. You have to speak to her. These things here have wasps in. I'm guessing because of the signs that says "Look out for the wasps." Yeah, we just need to be a little bit careful about that. I suspect they're going to be released. Let's speak to you.
You're back.
God, you freaked me out a little bit. Anything you tell me about the orchids?
I'm so glad you asked. The orchards are my third favorite subject, with my first being Rizzo's refreshing drinks and my second being Rizzo's toothsome confectionaries. Our orchards are the source of 63% of Rizzo's total produce, which correlates to 112% of fresh goods throughout all of Halcyon. Give or take a few percent, of course. If you want to know more about each part of the orchards, might I recommend one of our fantastic tours?
You should recommend
One
that.
of our options is even audio guided as a special bonus feature.
Perfect. I might be interested in hearing more about one of your tours.
I'm so glad you said that. Our tours are my fourth favorite subject. Every part of the orchards is so rich with Rizzo's lore. Buy a tour ticket and anoint yourself with knowledge.
Yeah, we'll have a tour ticket, please. What are my options?
We have 3 tour options: Premium, Premium Plus, and the Golden Ticket.
Oh, the
Each
Golden
option
Ticket.
is wonderful in its own special way.
Why?
Premium includes a 10-minute pass to the Sprat Petting Zoo.
Nice.
Premium Plus comes with the novelty Purpleberry and Amber.
Okay.
And the Golden Ticket is audio guided in addition to being self-guided.
We'll have the Golden, right?
Which kind would you like?
Golden, obviously.
You're in luck. We have 1 left. Normally they're 100 bits, but seeing how I'm sold out of everything else, I can give it to you for just 90. How does that sound?
Sounds perfect.
That's great. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Housing Helen was in the orchard. Did you see her?
No, I'm sorry. The only celebrity who shopped recently is Black Hole Birdie. Quite the affable man, as it so happens. And the stories are wrong. He could probably lift 2 benches of tossball players at once, not just one. Laws, not just affable, but virile, too.
What now?
Ooh, wait a minute. Now that his beau's dead, that means Birdie's single. Maybe I'll strike up a little more than conversation the next time he comes by.
What the heck? Okay, do you know Birdie's suspect? Seems a little soon. I'm sure he's completely overcome by grief right now. Your complete psychopath. Your first date, you should take in the Housing Helen movie.
Hey, that's a swell idea. Terror on Monarch was
My
so
pleasure.
romantic.
My pleasure.
Thanks for the suggestion. Sadness is a big old waste of time. Besides, the sooner I start courting him, the sooner we can both be happy.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Goodbye. Okay, there's an audio tool. We'll keep an eye out for the buttons to press as we run down here. Any buttons over here? No. Any buttons over here? No. Oh, what's this? Little red light. Okay, we'll keep going this way. We'll follow the thing as it suggested.
Rizzo's would be remiss to fail to mention the Orchid Storage Warehouse.
That would be
Without
remiss.
This impressive-looking building, there would simply be no orchards. Gaze in amazement at the impressive construction of the front door, the sleek roof and glittering piping, the lush walls keeping this gem hidden from the rest of the orchard. This warehouse is truly, truly a wonder. One can only guess at the secrets contained within.
Wow, thanks for that insight. Look at this conservatory.
Stand in awe before our huge Rizzo's Hothouse Conservatory trademark. This building hosts almost as many plant breeds as we have delicious products. Almost. about that omnipresent, warm, and fragrant mist? That's just our all-natural fertilizing spray, made of pureed cysty pig waste products. From nature, back to nature.
Ugh.
Our spray is part of the cycle of life. Note, Rizzo's discourages inhalation of its safe and natural liquid fertilizer. In case of accidental inhalation, please record any unusual effects and give that record to the nearest Rizzo's employee as quickly as possible. Remember, you are part of the Rizzo's family. Be kind to your family.
Okay, good. Hello there.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Well, this isn't a thing. This isn't a thing. She just literally came in here. Is that all that happened? Okay, so she walked through. Hello, you.
Hey, what are you doing in here? Are you authorized to be in the conservatory? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Are you my ex-wife? No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious circumstances 6 years ago, conveniently rendering our marriage contract null. You must be the new, groundskeeper?
Yeah, that's me.
That can't be it
No,
either,
it's not me.
seeing how the new one hasn't died yet. Just who are you?
Oh, freelance captain. Yeah, we'll go this.
An inspector. Well, I don't think you'll find any evidence here.
Well, you're wrong.
You're welcome to ask what you want, seeing how I figure you would anyway. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff he gets, bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel.
You don't have one of those things in your neck, or is hidden. Did Halcyon Helen come through here?
Indeed. Tromped in and out of the conservatory with no heed for anyone else. Good thing none of my charges were damaged. Starlet or not, I would have had a harsh word for her. I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR&DD labs not soon after. She's just a serial actress. Yet she acts like she's deserved of the same access as a co-CEO. Well, she's not going anywhere ever again. Which is a shame, of course. Taken too soon and all.
Okay. You're a botanist, right? What do you do for Rizzo's?
I sit inside and I look at plants. Goal is usually to make Rizzo's fruit products hardier and sweeter, but for every success, there are a couple of hundred failures. Example, tried breeding native Tripicale with a foreign strain. Would have called it Hexticale. In the end, it bred so fast, workers were swallowed up before they could harvest it. That one, I think, can be attributed to the wasp-ketos. Some lament their irritability, but their productivity is unmatched. What's a few dead workers in the architect's designs?
I'll take your word for it.
You'd be the first to. Everyone else just says, I got bark instead of a heart. They just don't understand me, not like my plants do.
Okay, I don't feel like we learned really anything there, mate. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, we went this way after.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Okay. I guess we just keep heading this way then.
Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector.
Why
You've
she killed
discovered more
everyone?
Footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Okay, so I think we're going that way, but...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased. Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints.
What? She went both
belonging
ways.
to the deceased
Okay.
actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Helen, I know I told you I'd stumbled onto the scoop of a lifetime, but neither of us could have guessed just how deep this would go. Now some slug from the docks is looking for me, asking a lot of questions. It's time to get out, do you hear me? Don't waste time packing, just go soon, as soon as you read this. You'll know where to meet me tonight, 10 PM in the Grand Ballroom. If I don't show, take the next ship out and don't look back. B. We'll take the mock apples, why not? Okay. Anything else around here? Don't think so. Guess what?
Timeline. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as House.
Their mistake. Don't you drown in me! My kind of act. How about that?
How about that? I'm not actually doing any damage at all, am I? Nice. Okay, good. I don't know if I'm supposed to be looking into these things as I go, or if I'm just following the footprints. I guess we just follow the footprints, right?
Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Okay, well, looks like we're going this way.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
I see it there.
Nice.
Don't mess it up.
We did it. We dealt with the
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
with the drunk primals. Okay, and you carried on walking this way.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased.
Nice. Good work.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
The shaft of the tossball stick is bent and cracked, exceeding tossball regulation requirements. The end of the tossball stick is matted with Rizzo dark matter
Bits of
chocolate.
wicker detected, embedded within the chunks of dark matter. Wicker is not a known ingredient of the dark matter product.
2-handed melee or melee over 65. These sticks are sturdy. Whatever broke this must have been strong, angry, or both.
The only members of a tossball team strong enough to crack a stick in two are the dedicated hackers, like Black Hole Birdie. Whatever Ms. Ruth Bellamy must have relayed to the tossball hacker during their picnic together instigated a furious increase in his usual strength threshold by 52%.
That's how breakups go some of the time. Or all of the time for some of us.
Keycard to the RR and DD labs. If you're reading this warning anywhere other than RR and DD labs, please return it to RR and DD labs. They had chocolates. Can we use this? No. Where are the RR and DD labs then? Over here. Okay. I guess we get moving. Why was it just left on the picnic blanket? I guess there was a struggle. think we just keep going.
Here I go!
Good work, buddy.
Got him! That was fun!
Oh. Sorry, dude.
What would Halcyon Helen be doing in an R&D lab? Testing out a new eye cream?
Good question. Let's find out. Okay.
Hello? I can hear you out there. If you still possess the majority of your mental capacities, please locate the test room through the lobby and to the left. You'll see me through the glass.
Okay, we hear ya. Doo-be-doo-doo-doo-doo. We're sorry we hadn't had a chance to get your name yet and update the terminal. When you have a moment, could you bring a mop to the lobby? Dr. Blossom seems to have had a rather rough night and spilled some coffee on the floor. What best corporate law? There's all the commotion down there. I don't believe the rocket fuel combination distillery mixture was scheduled for another week. Can someone please inform me what all the racket is about? I have a damn good reason for interrupting my meeting with the administrator. I expect a full explanation and apology within the next 15 minutes. Yeah, we'll take a compass. Anything else going on? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, there's a wall there. We'll just have a little look. Nothing in here. Hello.
How in the Aether did you get in here?
We used
You're
a card.
not Rizzo's authorized. Oh, void it all. What does it even matter now? What do you want? Speak up and quickly if you will.
I'm investigating the murder.
You do know that Halcyon Helen is a fictional character portrayed by the late actress, Ruth Bellamy, yes? One can't be too sure with so many simpletons around in the day-to-day.
We did know that, thank you.
Regardless, I am not at liberty to divulge such information with non-employees or personnel lacking security clearance level Spectrum Orange. Of course, if you were to say, contract your services to me, I suppose I could grant you clearance enough to answer your murder-related questions, Mr. Inspector.
Okay.
You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Some of my lab techs have turned rather aggressive following a recent experiment gone awry. Hence why I've barricaded myself in the lab.
Didn't see any hostiles. There isn't anything you can do to help?
Yes, I suppose I should make myself useful. Let me think. I know. I can remotely unlock the supply closets in the lower levels of
That'd
the
be
lab.
lovely, thank you.
Perhaps you'll find some useful apparatus or two in them.
Okay.
Excellent. You have my gratitude, and soon you'll have my knowledge of Miss Bellamy's recent visit.
I appreciate it, thank you.
Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense a sedative gas from a terminal in the utility room.
I might just kill
These
them all.
people don't deserve to die, Captain.
Oh, come on.
Let's try using the sedative.
But we could just hit him around the head with a hammer.
Our labs is sealed for our safety, so you'll need to take the elevator down. I'll unseal the access hallway for you now. Do take care.
Little history of Rizzo. Your friendly custodial staff offering a preemptive apology for the elevator hall is crowded with gas canisters. There's quite a few of them, and they only wanted me, so I'm moving them in loads down to the utility room. Do be cautious. They're filled with sedative, potent enough to put a hungry Mama Raptidon out cold. My team and I are heading to the Grand Colonial Bar this evening for some drinking and fellowship. All real scientists are welcome. New round of research and product development. I'm increasing the required safety gear in the lab. Recent accidents involving subjects who left work. Have you noticed that there's a lot of accidents that happen in... What the... What happened to our buddies? There they are. We should probably change weapon, right? If I just go to the journal... We're going this way. We're going this way, I think. Where am I meant to be going? Oh, was it? No, it wasn't that terminal. I think I might be going upstairs. I'm not sure. Oh no, it could be in here, though, at the back. We'd have a read of these things afterwards.
That's a lot more Rizzos than I ever want to see in my life.
Why don't you like Rizzo? Oh god. You lot keep fighting now. Cannot use while in combat, but that's annoying. You lot got this. I fancy your chances around here. I think we're killing them all. I mean, we tried, right? It was just a bit unfortunate. Sorry, everyone. Cleaning all surfaces, regular maintenance, blah, blah, blah. "17 requests from the lab workers I had to respond to. Also managed to find time to sweep, mop and buff the whole place. Dr. Blossom took up a gas line. Some of the canisters are mixed with heavy sedatives. Jackpot. Since I read that stupid orientation document, I've been hoping they'd ask me to volunteer for something, and here it is. It'll be a taste tester for the newest Spectrum flavour. Yeah, good luck with that, mate. Sorry about killing all your buddies. We tried not to. What's in here? It appears that whoever works with these decent notes to stay organised. A couple of more terrible notes. Confiscate badges done. Reprint badges pending. Change maintenance lock pending new locks. Order new locks done. Reevaluate lockdown procedure. Oh man, someone's got to clean that up. Okay. I think we can come back to this terminal over here. View lab notes. Trial K08 has produced moderate results. The 0-calorie sweetener produces 36% of the amount of dopamine compared to the popular cigarette brands. As far as we can go without introducing substances that would categorize this as tobacco product. Whereas I would be doing the team I wouldn't be doing the team justice if I didn't question the budget cuts this lab has seen. We've had to shelve 3 products. We're losing 2 more researchers. Honestly, whatever's being developed in the lab across the hall better be more addictive than Adrena time. Our team's outburst on the product presentation. I assume we don't intentionally mean to scream in terror and assume the field position. And its slogan were revealed. It has to be something the marketing lab did. Marketing and product lab, I do not know the extent of your squabbles, but they end here. Oh, commotion down there. I don't believe the rocket fuel. Okay, that was the one we saw. Okay. We didn't read these, did we? Okay, every single one of us had a clinical insomnia. Drink too much coffee. What's in the coffee? The jerks in the product. Those jerks in the product have been messing with our supply. Okay, I'm now sending the message to both the marketing teams. I do not know the extent of your squabbles. Okay, we've seen all those. Scary. Me and the other engineers are going to want hundreds of bits extra to keep quiet about this. Anyway, the beds are hooked up with the equipment you requested. Should work fine sensing with those poor product bastards are in RRM sleep. Once they are, the Spectrum Brown slogan plays on repeats at 1/4 decibel. What the heck? Ooh. Okay. We should go upstairs, right? come on.
Awesome. Captain, we gotta hurry.
Just when we were gonna get some answers.
Maybe there'll be more answers. Miss Bellamy has requested a tour of our facilities while she's been in Eridanos. Prepare for her arrival this morning. They had a bottle of Spectrum Black hidden in a crevice of musty shelf space in the storage warehouse last night. Corporate law is the commotion down there. Yeah, we've read that one. Testing for the parasite Iridium Gigasus, colloquially dubbed slugs, have produced outstanding results even when compared against our most promising methods of producing a brain chemical dependency. Iridium Gigasus secretes produces dopamine more efficiently than anything on record. Further tests will continue researching how much of the compound we can introduce to subjects. A less than ideal presentation. For two main reasons, as I mentioned before, the product will produce a boozy, feel-good stimulus like no other. But more importantly, the pheromone makeup is completely unique, which means there are no regulations surrounding its classification. Interesting.
Monster kills all these people over a data cartridge. So I broke parts off of connections, failed to fire, or pieces stuck out of the casing. A little plastered prior to the work period. You don't know if it's tied to the weapon internals or some kind of lock. Looks like it should fire, but absolutely will not. I thought we opened it. No spectrum flavors are present. I see. So how do we...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Yeah, I thought there might be. How do we...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Confirmation of discrepancy confirmed. This person is most definitely dead. But recently, they were still alive.
Yeah, we kind of figured that out. Sure, you heard gunshots earlier. The victim's loss of blood is oddly minimal. In gunshots, you don't see any bullet casings. Whoever Dr. Blossom confronted over the intercom, they dispatched her and all four of the scientists without much resistance, meaning they're supposed to be well trained, some kind of sharpshooter or adventurer.
Awful place to die. What do you think happened to her?
Whoever did this using a regular weapon, but these look like needle wounds. 5 kills in and out before we could catch a glimpse of the culprit. I expected more blood.
The killer might have been in a hurry. I guess that makes sense, if they were after something else.
Timeline discrepancy detected. The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned. The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time.
I feel like I've got Spectrum vodka. How do I put it anywhere? Okay.
It's not gonna... Oh, whoops. There it is. Okay. This is Dr. Blossom. Eridanium gigaseous slug research report 1. Subject, a bunch of slugs. Ugh. These things may well be Rizzo's ticket to the top of the board.
But at the end of the day, they still look like my brother would if he ever stopped wearing that damn toupee. Initially found these little bastards suckling on the hairy undersides of a teacup canid. Much like my brother, who works for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. The backstabber. Suffice it to say that these things are parasites. The canid didn't seem to mind, but it's almost as stupid as my research staff.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Spectrum on the dissection subject. It's fine. Yeah, I think I see a couple sacs in the worm. Might secrete enzymes or poison or something. We'll figure it out later. Starting to see doubles, so I'm going to switch to working on the Gatling. Almost got the spectrum lock done.
Okay.
Okay.
Body heat readings indicate that the culprit was just here, mere moments earlier in the timeline.
Examine the grate. The standard ventilation staff dimensions will fit a small framed person, allowing them to enter here.
Looks like a standard ventilation shaft to me. Somebody around my size could have crawled in. Wouldn't have been comfortable or, clean. Ventilation shafts usually turn into sprat nests.
Examine the fuse box. What's this? The fuse central connecting wire has been severed. Your grand knowledge of all things mechanical and greasy affords you to understand that cutting the red wire will allow one temporarily seal the doors to the lab.
See that red wire? Whoever cut that wire was trying to disrupt the circuit. They could have sealed the lab doors temporarily. At least until the failsafes kicked in.
Okay. I think we're done here. Maybe not. Yeah, I think we're done here. Okay.
Attention all personnel. Unscheduled pollinization cycle is about to commence. Please evacuate the orchards at this time.
I see.
Releasing the mosquitoes for pollinization. Cycle is now in progress.
Oh, good.
What is that sound? And why am I sure we're about to find out?
They're releasing the wasps. Where are we going next? There's a pollinization control thing, right? We want to head over there and try and deal with that. We'll kind of take a loop round, I guess. Oh god. Yeah, we'll be back. Oh god. It's actually in there. You're having a laugh. You guys got this? Guess I can't use this one in combat either.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Can I? Here we go. Multi-purpose tool.
Tool is comprised of 99% plastic, 0.5% steel, and 0.5% carbonated sugary beverage. Trace amounts of kerosene, alcohol, hydrazine, and liquid hydrogen also detected.
Inspect the casing. Collect a nearby rod of metal and sliding it beneath the panels. Push down till the panel comes free. As it falls away, you see that there's a slug. It was hiding a slug logo.
So, what'd you find?
Looks like they were a slug employee.
Does that mean we can toss them over the side of the complex when we find them?
Maybe.
You think it could be dissidents? Or some type of rival company?
Polarization was initiated in the order of unauthorized user. Generally, when 2 co-workers get blasted out of their minds on Spedra and vodka, one of them makes a joke about how wild it would be if someone put wasps and mosquitoes together. We're one key press away from bad disaster. As it happened, there was a scheduled tour making its way through the orchards. Congratulations on your promotion, by the way. Okay. Anything else around here? Okay, we can still get out of here. That's nice. Okay. It did tell us there was something around here, right? What the heck? I think dropped dead before we hit it.
Personal, I
swear. Analysis. This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the Orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However, it is not currently attached to a mechanical. This canister contains a high amount of vinegar in addition to water. Warning. Use of vinegar, a known herbicide, on purpleberry saplings is a violation of Rizzo's agricultural standards.
Okay. One of these canisters usually kept.
These canisters can typically be found in the nursery storage building in the purpleberry orchards, except for this one, which can be found here.
Thanks, buddy.
Chemical makeup of substance: 50% water, 50% vinegar. Trace amounts of woolly cow feces also detected.
Nice. Okay. Don't know if I'm any closer to solving this mystery right now. Crap. Holy crap. Get involved. Oh god, this is really bad, right? Oh, there's another one. How did you two die so quickly? I don't understand. I don't understand how you two dropped to the floor quite so quick. Okay, where are we going exactly? This way. How the heck do we get in here? Aha.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Hello?
This console is 95% non-functional. Remaining 5% functionality stems from display reading console non-functional. Cause of shortout is most likely related to purple residue splattered all across the keyboard.
Perform a chemical analysis.
Substance contains trace amounts of purple berries, fruit flavors, and artificial sweeteners number 35, number 49, number 240, number 322, number 314, and many, many, many others.
You've got to be doing this just to mess with me.
Super sugary and sweet, tangy purple berry, and a bunch of other tropical flavors all mixed together. Nice. Okay. Okay, I think we're out here, right? I think we might be out of here. What the heck? Didn't we solve this problem? Well, you gotta be able to kill these. For God's sake, Pavai. Come on now. Why were those ones still out, I wonder? We shut it down. Surely they should have gone home. I wonder what this building is. Let's just have a quick run over here. Still quite a lot of this place we haven't explored, but we'll just run up here. Okay. see this dude. Don't feel like we got to finish the tour, but you know.
You're back, I see. Glad Slug hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to kill them.
How's the investigation going? You got a complete report for me yet?
I think it's a bit of both. I've completed my investigation.
All right. Let's hear the details.
Drink was spread over the processing terminal, causing short out.
A drink? I ain't never heard of no saboteur dumping drinks all over equipment to destroy it. I hate to say it, but that sounds more like worker carelessness.
Does sound a little bit
How
like
many
that.
times do I have to tell you this, old man? Slug isn't behind your problems. Slug wouldn't even need to cause you problems. Your own workers do enough.
Herbicide was in the... we mixed in the fertilizer.
Ha! Knew Slug was behind the damn sabotage.
Please. We're subtle, but that's too subtle. If we wanted to destroy your saplings, you'd have known them by the blackened remnants of their stems, not some half-assed poisoning.
I see you left a few of them intact even. Smashed more than I'd like, but I guess I'm glad you didn't obliterate them all.
Never did like leaving a job half-finished myself, but that's me.
Yeah, you're a dick.
So what were the fine details of the sabotage anyhow? Were Slug's lackeys trying to get the mechanicals to kill all our waspitos?
We don't really know.
Of course. And what better way to do that than by targeting our pollinizers? They'd be a hell of a pain to kill manually, but if you set the mechanicals to do it...
In your delusional fantasy, the waspitos wouldn't be out until next pollinization cycle. Wouldn't someone notice the rampant mechanicals beforehand?
That seems like a question you should be asking yourself.
No, I don't really care about you two, in all honesty. Is there a way to manually initiate the pollinization cycle? We know that, right?
Well, yes, it's possible to manually start...
We were there when it happened.
Control, but we keep a careful watch on it. And there have been no non-Rizzo's personnel in or out.
Well, I went there.
Stop wasting everyone's time, Hathaway. What you're proposing is infinitely less likely than an idiot maneuver by one of your incompetent workers. I won't hear any further
They
slander.
did say it was plausible, right? That you could just press one button.
Final time, so even you can't confuse it, Hathaway. Slug didn't do a damn thing to your orchards. You're chasing ghosts.
Getting very defensive, though.
Talk about ghosts all you like, but someone was screwing with my orchards. If it wasn't Slug, then who the hell was it? You picked a hell of a time to lose your tongue over there, friend. I guess I can't force you to tell me anything, but the peace of mind would have been worth much to me. Right now, we of the orchards have to settle things with Slug. I reckon that you're about as impartial a third party as we're gonna get. Can you mediate?
Yeah, why not?
Ah, what the hell. The orchardist seems to get off on complicating what should be a simple deal, but at this point, I just want to be paid and go. The pollen in the air is agitating.
Uh-huh. You wasted Slug's time. Slug's presence is main product in the orchard's words. Don't give him another bit. Rizzo's will have to we'll have bits to spare after Brown unveiling. Could you pay them with interest?
Never like paying bits if I ain't gotta, but you're right. If we get production finished now, we'll be able to pay later.
There you go, job done.
Slug boy.
I think that's the first interesting suggestion I've heard since our back and forth began. Slug can wait for an increase in costs. I hope we won't have this conversation again.
Oh, that was just a big old waste of time. Thanks very much, everybody. Right. Where are we going next? What's on our... We don't want to do that one. We want to do... We're less worried about this. Let's just go back to the main quest. I guess we could probably quick travel, right? Rather than have to run all that way back. Okay. Oh, I need to go to the penthouse, right, if I'm going to talk to this dude. I'd also like to go down a flight of stairs.
The brochure never mentioned
Black hole bed.
Greetings, attractive patrons.
Thanks very much.
Please allow me to improve your drinking experience with fine cocktails.
Ooh. Know anything about the murder?
Error. This unit is incapable of murder, as it possesses no conscious will. The proper term would be destruction of company property.
Good, yeah.
Neither this unit nor its corporate proprietor claim any responsibility for any destruction of company property.
Okay, yeah, alright, we hear you. Where are you at the time of the murder?
This unit is incapable of abandoning its post.
Aww.
This view of the lobby.
Okay, yeah, we hear.
Oh, I see what you did in there. Huh. That's some clever work.
She loves it. Right, okay.
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational.
My pleasure.
Thank you for your patronage. Initializing digital handshake.
Okay, yeah, you talk way too slow. Give me a drink. I don't suppose you have any Spectrum vodka that I can... Can I just buy these? That's not Spectrum vodka. Now if I go and have a look at this. Collect all 8. Okay. We'll have a look back when we get there. He's off. Look at him go. Don't know where he's going, but he's off. Don't know what I've achieved here. Do you need a drink?
I was nearly attacked.
You know, I never imagined.
Yeah, alright.
Woolridge would outlive Halcyon.
Where are you going? There's stairs up here. Another purple berry wine to incapacitate a primal. Fell down 6 flights of stairs. Scored by his sister. Apparently not long after arriving, the two of them went on a trip to the Purpleberry Orchards, visited the puzzle hedges, but quickly became lost. When she eventually made her way out, Miss Ham was nowhere to be found. And returned to their hotel room several hours later, but has been unusual ever since. Formerly sullen. Okay. Okay, so that one obviously got a slug in the neck.
The Purpleberry Orchards. And a footprint. Inspector, that was absolutely marvelous. Beautifully deduced. With the help of my discrepancy amplifier, of course.
I'd like a word with you.
Ah, I was waiting for this. Yes, of course. I'm only too eager to cooperate.
Thanks. Tell me about the body. What was the cause
My
of death?
apologies, Inspector. I've not yet finished my autopsy. Come back later?
How do you not know that?
Oh, why, I'm flattered, Inspector. Let me think. I've worked at the Grand Colonial for about as long as it's been around. Prior to that, I lived in Byzantium, but I always felt like it was missing something. And that something turned out to be corpses. Byzantium has much in the way of luxury, but examining the dead does not rank amongst the preferred
They were
activities
all
of the elite.
downstairs. You just needed to go down.
Absolutely. Usually I'm just a medical practitioner, so I almost never get to deal with anything as unique, or as quiet, as a corpse. The most interesting thing I saw prior to this was the back of Mr. Woolrich's throat after he blew out his vocal cords shouting at an attendant. If I weren't here, I'd be back in my quarters, rewatching Byzantium in the Spring or working on my automatic sprat peeler.
I'm curious about the discrepancy amplifier.
Oh, good. One of my favorite subjects.
I'm not that
Ask away,
curious,
my
to be
dear.
honest.
Ask away.
What happens if you break it? If I break it or lose it or
I
something?
still have the blueprint and several extra prototypes floating around, but I might recommend you try to be careful with it.
Thanks, Dr.
Some of
Goodnight.
the amplifier's internal components are rare, shall we say, and I don't have an indefinite supply.
What made you invent it?
I didn't expect an existentialist question so early today. It's a need. Just as sprats feel they must breed, or canids feel they must brutally maul each other. I feel the need to create.
What medical purpose does the amplifier serve?
You're smarter than I look. Guess there's no shame in telling you exactly what it is you're using, seeing how you're so curious.
Thanks.
As it so happened, my husband was mortally wounded in a marauder raid about a year ago. Wasn't going to live more than a few hours. I happened to have an excess of preservative fluids, a scanning device in need of a central processor, and a sudden burst of inspiration. A tragedy doesn't mean you can't be proactive.
Yeah, I guess so. If your husband's brain's in the amplifier, how come I suppose he gave it to me?
Technically, it wasn't his whole brain, just a small cross-section, enough to operate the amplifier. But giving the amplifier to you is better than letting it rot in a closet somewhere.
Fair enough.
Besides, my husband was the prior constable. He would have wanted his brain used for the pursuit of justice.
Okay.
You sure you don't want to know anything else? Oh, all right.
Okay. I mean, she looks dead. Okay, coming through. Okay, do you know there was a toilet the other side? Alright, let's go up to the...
What floor would... Next stop, the...
Let's head up to the penthouse. And we'll talk to the lieutenant. I can't remember what he's called.
I understand there was
Administrator.
an incident at the orchards. The pollination cycle began without my authorization.
Yep.
Fortunately, you managed to save most of the hive. The wasp-ketos are essential to the orchards, you see. Losing them would have cost us months of production. The orchards can be a dangerous place, but my workers understand the hazards.
Mm-hmm.
Something about this incident troubles me. The circumstances are suspicious. But let's concentrate on the matter at hand. Have you discovered anything?
The plot thickens.
You have my attention.
Murdered by an unknown killer.
That's deeply upsetting. Dr. Leora Blossom was an extraordinary scientist and a friend. We have a murderer on the loose, Inspector. As if the death of Halcyon Helen wasn't enough of a blow to our facility.
She was in trouble. I found her. The other workers had turned violent.
Her commitment to her NDA was admirable. I'll make sure to accelerate the payout of her death benefits to her next of kin.
All I know is she recognized the killer.
Interesting. The Rizzo's family is a small family, Inspector. Most of us recognize one another. Still, any information is good information. It troubles me to believe Leora could have been murdered by one of our own. If there's anything else you'd like to share, you have my attention.
I'll let you know if I'm learning. Helen insisted on touring the lab.
Insisted? That's interesting. We'd scheduled a tour of the lab for Helen. Purely a public relations event to be held sometime in the indeterminate future. Then again, Helen and I were not well acquainted. I can't speak to her intentions.
What were we going to show during the tour?
Little of consequence. We'd tour the grounds, pause at some locations appropriate for a portrait, let her shake hands with our scientists, public relations.
I spent a little time there. I found evidence she had a picnic.
A picnic? I don't recall approving a private social gathering at the Orchids. I'll have to make a note of this information. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Was there anything else?
Someone stole data from one of your terminals.
That's troubling, to say the least. Any transfer of proprietary data is strictly prohibited without my permission.
You can't steal that much data without an expensive cartridge or if you've had resources.
A clever deduction, Inspector. That gives us a little information to work with.
This happened just before the Wasp Keto attack.
I share your suspicions. Someone didn't want you following their trail. This feels like more than corporate espionage. Someone's playing with us, Inspector. And I have never in my life enjoyed games.
Never ever.
Did you discover anything else?
I think that's it for now, right?
This incident at the Orchards must be connected to Helen's murder somehow. I don't know how, but I feel it in my marrow.
Okay.
My apologies, Inspector. This case is under your jurisdiction, not mine. I leave it in your hands. When you're ready, I suggest a word with the hotel coroner. She should have finished her autopsy.
Oh, come on. Come on now. Right, we'll quickly... I know we're over a little bit, but we'll quickly run down there. Yeah, good. You know what, Ellie? You stay here. We'll take Felix. He might have something to add. Yeah, we'll just go and do this. I know we're over a little bit, but we'll just run over to the coroner since we've been there already. See what they've got to say. Where the hell am I? This isn't where I'm meant to be.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
I'm assuming that's the same ones we already know about. What are you doing over here?
Greetings, esteemed Liberator. This unit has gained a newfound perspective on selling beverages, now that it has been allowed.
Yeah, okay, you take way too long to talk. Well, that's good news, don't you think? We're back. Have you finished?
Inspector, not a moment.
Oh, that's good news.
I've just finished my autopsy report.
What are the chances? Let's hear it.
Ruth Bellamy was killed by plasma damage to the upper vertebrae, the occipital bone, and the cerebellum. If it's any consolation, her death was instantaneous and painless. I've also discovered a poisonous compound in Miss Bellamy's stomach lining ingested during her last meal. Toxic, but not enough to kill her. Spencer Woolrich complained of a stomach ailment around the same time period. I assumed he was being, you know, Spencer. But now I'm not so sure.
Sure it wasn't just the hotel food?
The thought occurred to me. I tested this hypothesis by vacating the contents of my stomach and testing for the presence of the same toxin. Slightly elevated levels of mercury and an alarming amount of blue food coloring. But other than that, no. I'm certain it wasn't, as you put it, just the hotel food.
Well, it was worth checking. You did what? Alright. Someone's definitely trying to kill her. When we were talking, you called her Ruth Bellamy, not Halsey Helen.
Oh, how curious. I do believe you're right. I wonder if this has something to do with the autopsy process. She was Halcyon Helen up until the moment I brought her to the operating table. But as soon as I cut her open, I stopped thinking of her as Halcyon Helen. It's almost as if she stopped being an icon and became a human being.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I had a feeling you'd understand.
I mean, it does make sense, right?
I do keep logs of every patient I treat. Despite appearances, I'm not merely a coroner. I'm also the Grand Colonial's only.
Oh, we should get Ellie back out here.
Doctor.
Yeah, I sound pretty happy in your work.
I'm very pleased with my work. Cedric Kincannon is an outstanding employer. What I'm about to tell you, do me a favor and keep this between us.
I'll do it.
That's what I like to hear. I'd much rather work for Slug than Rizzo's. Rizzo's makes a great show about the happiness of its workers, but I think it's all rather artificial. I'm paid well. I work hard. I'm given respect and a reasonable degree of freedom. Cedric Kincannon runs a tight ship. Most of us enjoy working for Slug.
Yeah.
Will there be anything else?
I mean, I do feel like everyone in this world is overworked somewhat, right? And it's just the way it is, right? Let's open this up. It's just a toilet.
What the? I was going to wash my hands, I swear. You know, I never imagined Spencer Woolridge would outlive Halcyon Helen.
Well, they opened that and just found someone in the toilet. Great. Okay. I think this is it. Did it say we had access to the VIP lobbies now?
What floor would you like to visit? Oh, so what authorized?
Okay. Okay, right. We're going to wrap up here. We'll go back up, I'm sure, and speak to the administrator. Hopefully then get access to the floors we want to go on. And then we'll see where we go from there. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter at ScottDogGaming. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.